Hey everybody, this is Holly with Working On Me. We're gonna make enchiladas tonight. So I'm super excited about the enchiladas, so come join me. All right, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up my cans that I'm using for the enchilada sauce while people get on. And I have not started the oven yet because here in the camper, it's actually saying that it's 80 degrees in here. It doesn't feel like 80 degrees in here to me, but it's hot outside. So I'm gonna cook this, get it prepared in the dish, and then when JJ gets home, we'll warm it up and just let the cheese melt. So I don't wanna have the oven and me using this stovetop at the same time. So I am gonna get this all put together. Okay, so I'm using two different enchilada cans, and I grew up like this. I'm using the two different ones. You don't have to, you can just use the red enchilada sauce, it's fine. I will tell you this though, let me show you really quick what I'm going to show you. So I was putting this all in my app. I was putting it all in my app, and I'm going to be using 2 cans of the old El Paso red enchilada sauce, the mild, and for 2 cans, because you're using 20 ounces, for 2 cans it is 7 points, okay, for the 2 cans, which is fine because that has to be in the dish, okay. I'm going to dip the tortillas in this, and then I'm going to pour the rest of it over the top. So I just like to mix the two. I know it sounds weird. Actually, what we could do is do this jar or this can and this can together and put it in the meat, and then I can use this can to dip it in the tortillas, okay? So, but what I'm trying to tell you is this brand right here of enchilada sauce, for 1 cup of it, it's only 2 points. So this one is a lot lesser points to use, but I like them mixed together. I promise you, it makes a difference, and I like them mixed together, okay? So those are the 2 difference, and I have that up in the captions of what I'm using. Hey guys, and I have my glasses on today. I just didn't feel like putting on my contacts today, so I have my glasses on today. Hello. Thank y'all so much for being here. All right, guys, I am going to get this started. We're gonna get the meat going. And again, I am using extra lean ground beef, and it is 96% lean and 4% fat. So I brought this from my house because they do not have HEB here. They only have HEB where I'm living. But we're in New Mexico, so they definitely don't have this. Now, they may have lean beef at Albertsons or something, but I didn't even look at that because I brought this with me. Too bad you can't cook the enchiladas on the grill outside. I'm not good at starting the grill or doing the grill, so when JJ gets here, if he decides to do that, he can. I'm just gonna get this prepared, and we can do the oven here in a little bit, but right now I didn't want to put on both. So I'm just not good with the grill by myself. So not probably a good idea for me to do. Okay, now the cheese. I want to tell y'all this. Okay, I know that a lot of you, let me get what I'm going to show y'all. So I know that a lot of you that watch me and I get to use fat-free cheese. I can see why it really sucks that in places that you live, the only thing that you can actually find is reduced fat. Because we were at Albertsons. I did not check at Walmart. Walmart's at a completely opposite side of this town. But I checked at Albertsons, And the only thing that I could find at Albertsons was reduced fat Mexican cheese. See where it says reduced fat? This right here for only 1 cup, excuse me, is 14 points, okay? This is the only thing, because I even had a lady helping me try to find it. I did not realize that I had packed in our refrigerator my fat-free cheese. So I have my fat-free cheese with me that I buy where we live. So this is what I'm going to use, because for a half a cup of this and a half a cup of this mixed together, it's only 4 points. So 4 points versus 14 points, and this will make up 1 whole cup. I'm not doing it. So I'm not going to use that over there. That's just way too many points. Let's see here. Thanks, Juanita. You're so sweet. Yeah, I'm not good with the grill. I don't have a link. I've had these shorts for a long time. I do not. I'm sure they're probably Judy Blues, but I do not have a link for them. I'm so sorry. Yes, thank you. I just don't like that they're so thick. Like, I am blind as a bat. Like, I am so blind, okay? And they're so thick. But I am glad that they're newer glasses. I've probably got them about almost now 2 years ago, probably a year and a half ago or something. I just don't wear them all the time. I just don't, you know. I mean, of course I wear them at night when I take my contacts out, but they don't look horrible, but I don't know. Anyways, yes, a huge difference in the points, and I'm telling you, it does matter when it comes to making the dish. So I mean, I could use, if I did not have that, I would be subject to have to use this, and I wouldn't have been able to use a whole cup. So all right, so we're gonna do this 1 whole pound. Get my little masher here. It's so funny, here where we were staying, this is like right off of the highway where, like, you can tell a lot of travelers come and go, and all day long there will be people leaving and there's people coming home. So when my husband gets home, he'll say, oh, we have somebody new next door. And I'm like, yes, you know, they came in, blah, 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 blah. And these people left over here. And he's like, you're a nosy neighbor. And I was like, what else do I have to do? So I have the windows open at some point during the day, and you can see when they come in and when they leave and that kind of stuff. So I am nosy. I'm just watching people. I'm a people watcher. So I like to see people pack up their stuff and how they do it. And so yeah, I'm nosy. Anyways, but today I worked on some church stuff. I did some continuing education because like I told you, I'm a dental assistant, so I have to keep that license up. So I did some of that stuff, and I thought I had something on my shirt, and took the dogs for a walk. You know, just did different things like that. So I don't know why it's so hard to free cheese. The stores also have the reduced, and you know what? Some of the reduced fat is not that bad, okay? I'm gonna bring y'all a little closer. My little broken thing. Some of the reduced fat is not that bad. Okay, I turned you way down, too low. Come on, start cooking again. But you definitely got to scan it to make sure as to how many points that reduced fat cheese will be. I have used Velveeta Shreds one before. Yes, Velveeta Shreds is a great option. I mean, for my enchiladas, I want more of like a Mexican blend. But yes, you can definitely use Velveeta Shreds. So that's a good option. So that is very good. I love to people watch too. Yeah, that's why I like to fly, because I am a people watcher and I like sitting in the airports. Sometimes it depends on, you know, if you're getting delayed, yes, you're going to get some frustration. But I'm a people watcher, so I don't mind traveling that much. Okay, come on. start cooking. I turned that way down too low, and now it has to start right back up. Okay, I'm sorry that's being loud, me pounding here. Yes. Yeah, so I'm a people watcher. So anyways, yeah, so I'm one of those that I know who has left here and who has come back, and all those people left, you know, and you can tell the ones, like for instance, a family came in, they have cabins here, and they rented out a cabin, and you can tell that they went exploring today, because they left in their vehicle and they went and explored today. So I'm just one of those that I can oh, that one went this way and that one went that way. So yeah. And that's why you are successful in your weight loss, because of being good at counting points and using what works. That's right. That's right. And that's and thank you, Janet, for that. That's why I'm saying it kind of helps me when I am traveling to see what kind of things that y'all have to go through, because I love our HEB. I get quite a bit of products that some people are like, well, we can't find that. Like sometimes people have a trouble even finding these tortillas that are 45 calories. Even the ones that are 25 calories that are the corn tortillas, people have trouble finding that, and we have that where we live. So if I did not bring that fat-free cheese, I would have had to use this, but we would have had to been probably like a half a cup to make it like 7 points instead of the whole 14 points. And we would have had to just sprinkle the cheese, okay? Sprinkle the cheese. So yeah. You did chicken tacos, good. Yeah, so when I scanned that earlier, I was like, I will not be using that cheese. Sorry, but not gonna be doing that. So, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna find me a bowl. Watch out, Lincoln, I'm sorry, I just pulled your hair. I'm so sorry, but you're just right underneath my feet. Okay, I'm gonna back y'all up again. And we're gonna get the cheese ready, because the meat is cooking right now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because I wanna mix this, and let me get my half a cup out of here. That is 2/3. Where's my half a cup? There it is. Okay. Okay, so we wanna get a half a cup of the mozzarella. Thank you. Was 60 calories. See, and I know how much frustration that is, because now you're going to have to count the points, because I bet you with the 60 calorie one, they're going to end up being 2 points a piece for, or it may even be more than that, but 2 points a piece at least for the tortillas alone. Okay, so here's a half a cup of the mozzarella. I'm going to pour that in, and then we're going to go ahead and get this, and we're going to mix the two to kind of make it that Mexican blend that I want to make it. Okay, so I'm going to mix those together, and there we go. So now I have my Mexican blend just like I would have had with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put, well, somebody's probably going to ask me about the cheese, so I'm going to put this one up because it's hot in here. I'm going to tell you right now. It'll start melting that. Okay, let me get this all mashed up. Sorry, it's so loud. I gotta get these big parts, big pieces mashed up. Okay, so so from Pampered Chef, JJ, I had given these to JJ, like these smaller little pans, because they're perfect for the camper. And then he has like some other, he has cutting boards and like another, sheet pan right here. Okay, so we're gonna use these right here to put the tortillas in, or the enchiladas once I make them, okay? So that's what I'm gonna use for that. Let's see here. Oh, that's going to be very hard if you don't have the Weight Watchers app to find out points. But if you're not doing Weight Watchers, then it won't matter. But if you're doing Weight Watchers, that's hard if you lost that. We are on vacation at the beach, girls. Oh, girl. And you lost 5 pounds on vacation? Janet, that's so awesome. Look at the inspiration you did for them. That's so awesome. A lady on Facebook. That's so cute, Marcy. I loved that show, Bewitched. I loved that. That's awesome. I have foot surgery on Thursday. Teresa, prayers for you for your surgery, sweetheart. And then you're going to be laid up for a little while. Okay, so the meat is almost done. So what we're going to do next is, oh, somebody's going to ask me, what am I having for the side? JJ bought this kit. He actually likes this salad kit. This is the avocado ranch, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this out for a salad for me, and I have Olive Garden Light in our refrigerator, so I'm going to use that on mine, and then if he wants to make his with the avocado ranch that's in here, he can make the rest of it like that. But I'm going to have a little bit of a salad beside. I don't have any rice or anything like that. I'm going to have 2 tortillas for 6 points tonight, and then the salad. Okay. Hey, Holly, are you still doing your church job? Yes, since you are. Yes, ma'am. Yes, that's one thing that's great is I can do everything online, the scheduling and all of that. So I do. I'm the only one that does the part that I do. We haven't trained anybody else, so we definitely probably need to do that. But yes, and everybody has done fabulous. But we're on like a news feed with our church people, like the office people, and they were like, everybody did a good job this week, Holly, but it isn't the same without you. And I think that's so sweet. So makes me feel very wanted. So yes, the line the glasses girl. The line the glasses girl. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say, Kelly, but yes, I have my glasses on today. I didn't want to put my contacts on today. I was being lazy. Okay, so I'm going to pour this. Sorry, guys. I'm going to pour 1 whole can of the El Paso red enchilada. Then I'm going to grab this one right here. And I'm going to put this one inside here as well. That is all the seasoning. What is in these enchilada sauce is all the seasoning you need. If you want to add more seasoning to your meat, you do that. So if you want to add onion powder, garlic powder, all that kind of stuff, you do you. But all I add is just those jars, and that is seasoning enough for the meat for the enchiladas, okay? So I'm going to get this swirled around. We're going to let this kind of cook up. So in this other pan right beside me, I am going to go ahead and put this other jar in here for right now to get warm. Let me start it up. Okay, we're going to get that one warm, and we're going to dip the enchiladas inside this one, and whatever's left in here, we're going to, actually I'm going to go ahead and pour. I should have not poured as much in that other one. Okay, so we're going to dip the enchiladas in that. We're going to swirl this around. Okay. Why do you use 2 different kinds? I grew up like that. That's how my mom's always made it, and I've always done it like that for 25 years just on my own. So you don't have to do that. You can just buy the red enchilada sauce from Old El Paso and just be done with it. we mix the two. I don't know what to tell you, but I will tell you, I said it at the very beginning of the video, this one right here is lesser points. For a whole cup of this, it's only 2 points. So I'm just letting you know that. Okay, now I'm gonna get my enchiladas, my tortillas, and we're gonna use all 8 of them. I got my cheese ready, beef, everything's good to go there. All right, everything's good. Hi, Laura. Okay. And the beef tips were great last night. I'm gonna bring y'all a little closer. Well, then y'all won't be able to see me right here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave y'all here. I know I'm moving y'all around way too much. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, Teresa, I know how that is funny, because when I get jury duty, I know that is our sole, like, as a civil person, I don't know what that we're supposed to do that, but I always, when I get that, I'm like, oh, do I have something going on that I can get out of it? And I know you don't want to use that as to get out of it, but I totally get it. How much vitamin D do you take per day? Does it have K2 and calcium? It has K3. I'm sorry, it has D3. And you said vitamin, you said my vitamin D. My vitamin D, there's 25, no. 25 milligrams in each one. But I only take 2. Okay, no, 25 milligrams of the vitamin D, but my Spark has vitamin D in it as well. So I get, let's see, vitamin D. No, it's my Rehydrate. I'm getting that confused. My Rehydrate has vitamin D, and then it has 8, so 25, almost 30 grams of vitamin D. Yeah. Oh, and my collagen, sorry, my collagen has 40, so no, I get more. So my collagen has 40, my vitamins, my calcium right here has 25. So y'all do the math for me. Y'all do the math. I made the Swedish meatballs, they're good. Yay! Made the beef tips and they are so good. Yes, we enjoyed it as well. I'm so glad. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn this off. Everything can be off right now. So we're gonna swirl that around. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, can you see what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm gonna dip the tortillas in here. I'm gonna place that right there. I need to get a spoon right here. And then how much meat, it doesn't matter, because we're gonna be using everything. So anything that doesn't go inside the tortillas are gonna go on top. So we're gonna very sparingly use a little bit of cheese in each one, because I want a little bit of cheese to go on top of as a topper. So we're gonna just sparingly put the cheese on there. And now we're just gonna roll these up. And I'm probably gonna put 4 in each one. Now the point wise, they are 3 points each. So I'm having 2 of them tonight for 6 points. All right, 1 more for this tray. boy, that's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, so all 4 went in that one. The next 4 will go in this other tray. Now, this is something I could have even made up during the day, and that's fine that they cool down. I could have wrapped all of these, got this all fixed, you know, put foil over it, and even put it back in my refrigerator until tonight, and I could have warmed this up tonight. So with you not having to like cook like I am to be able to show y'all, if I wasn't doing something like that, I could have made this already, got this done during the day, and just warmed this up in the oven, you know, prior to my husband getting home. Okay, we only have 1 more left to do. One more, that'll make all 8. And now we're gonna roll that. Okay, so now with the rest of everything that we have, we're going to pour that over the top of this and then finish it off with the cheese. Hey, Thelma. Okay. And there's not much left in here, but if you had any left in here, you would just pour it inside here. And now we're going to pour this over the tops. And I still have a little bit left because these trays, I cannot overflow them because I definitely don't want to get this stove all messed up. So I might not have to use all of that. But I cannot tell you how much your points would be if you don't use all of it. I will not be able to figure that out, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. So I'm still counting it as the same. Okay, so we're going to take the extra cheese. We're going to sprinkle that on top. And again, this was just 1 cup. It was a half a cup of the shredded cheddar and the mozzarella. And I just sparingly used it in each one. Okay, that's it. So good. It's going to be so good. Yes. So like I said, I'm not going to put them in, I'm going to place them in the oven waiting for JJ to get home, which it'll probably melt the cheese just because it's hot. But to warm them up just a little bit more, I did not put the oven on because I was using the stovetop, and in the camper it gets really, really hot. So now that that kind of cools down, I would be okay turning the oven on and switching it out, because I think he got off at 4:45, so he'll be here at 5:45, which would be 6:45 where I live. I know it gets all mumble jumbled, but and I'm sorry for that. It's the way I grew up, Carol. Carolyn, you can use whatever you want, but this is how I grew up making the enchiladas, and we used the 2 different cans. This one is lesser points, so if you only wanted to use this, that's fine. I love El Paso red sauce though, it's so good. So it's a preference for me, and I'm just showing you that, but you can use whatever you want. You don't have to use the cans like I did. I will tell you though, just these 2 cans alone is already 7 points. So that means probably a whole can is 3 points probably. So if you use another can, it's going to be another 3 points. When this one, for 1 cup, which is about what's in here, it was only 2 points. So just letting you know. Anyway, so but it doesn't matter. You could, I've just grown up like that, just mixing it. So anyhow, yeah, so if you weren't on here a minute ago, our side will be a salad. I'm only going to grab a little bit of the salad out of here and use my Olive Garden light. And that's it, guys. I mean, dinner's really done except warming that up. And it really was simple. So, yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to show. I haven't done enchiladas in a long time. So I know I've shown you all this before, but it's been a long time. So if you weren't there for that video, then yeah, you probably did. What did you have for lunch? I had another sandwich. It's just easy. Hold on, I'm gonna get a water really quick. It's just easy. And if you have followed me for a long time, I really feel like that is part of my successfulness in this, because I eat the same thing all the time. It's easy. I know how many points. So this morning for breakfast, I had an egg, bacon, and cheese sandwich on my 647 bread. I've showed y'all that before. So I had that with my drink. At lunch, I had a sandwich, a ham sandwich. It's just easy. I will tell you today, I did have fruit in I had my tangerine, right? Nectarine. I had my nectarine at 3 o'clock today. So I did have a little bit of a snack, but I don't ever hardly snack. And then I already knew what we were having for dinner. So just like I used to make the egg salad all the time, I just haven't made it because I just haven't gotten all the ingredients. I love the egg salad. It's so good. Matter of fact, well, I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be heading home either Monday or Tuesday, so I'm not really sure. But the egg salad is so easy to make up and have that all week long. And I like eating the same thing because it's easy and fast for me. If I didn't like it, then I would have something else. I mean, it's just plain and simple. But it just works for me. And I feel like that has been part of my success, is knowing what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my mouth, and you just got the same thing. There's no thinking process in it. You just know what you're gonna have. So you look like your sister when you... Yes, I do look. My sister always wears her glasses. So yes, I do look like her. I do. Absolutely, Carrie. Okay, and I don't even know if that's the answer that you really wanted, but that's what I had. It was a sandwich, and it's nothing spectacular. It's just easy. I don't know. It's just easy. Matter of fact, I love that breakfast sandwich so much, I almost could have that again at lunch. I love my breakfast sandwich. I love the taco. That kind of stuff I could eat at lunch, and I would be okay with even eating that. So, yeah. Okay, guys, well, I am going to let you go. I appreciate y'all being here. I will cook something tomorrow night. I believe it's going to be chicken with the innovation rice with the teriyaki sauce. That is probably what we're having tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to cook. It's nice. It's easy. I can do it on the stovetop, and it will be done and ready. So that is probably what I'm going to make tomorrow night. And yeah. So I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Oh, you know what? Really quick. We watched a movie Saturday night, was it? It might have been Friday night. I think it was Friday night. We watched a movie called The Accountant, I believe is what it's called. And it was The Accountant 2. It was so good. It was so good. And I don't know if he got it on Amazon or Netflix, because JJ's the one that turned it on. And it was so good. So if you haven't seen that, it's really good. That's right, Kelly. What's easy and what's not. Do you have pop chips? Yes, I have pop chips. So these are the chips right here. And I like the barbecue, and I have the pop chips. Yes. But you can have you can have really any kind of chips that you want. Just make sure that you're counting out the points, because I think like Doritos, I'm just shooting this out. Y'all don't have to have Doritos, but I'm just shooting that out. Doritos, I think you can have like 14 of them for 4 points. These are 3 points, but Doritos are 4 points for like the serving size. So, I mean, you really can't go wrong with any kind of chips, just as long as you're counting out the serving size and know how much you're eating. Yes, with Ben Affleck. Yes, it's so good. It's so good. Definitely watch it because it's so good. You may have already watched it since you may know that, but it's good. So I did want to share that with y'all. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye.